All right, I'm going to try to answer the question. Does it matter if an air purifier is totally sealed? And I think that it's yes and no. If you're using it in a critical environment, you want the whole thing sealed, the HEPA filter as well as the whole unit. Microbiology labs, etc., that use HEPA filters for critical environments. In a home use, I think it's absolutely not critical. It's a positive thing, though. I think it's kind of a marketing gimmick when manufacturers take particle counters and they go up to the input like this and they show that it's 0. When in reality, if there was a few pinhole leaks, not in the filter, but where the filter goes around, when you're just taking measurements away from the particle counter, that would not make any difference at all, 0. But if you were to check it up there and there's a few little leaks, say if I damage the seal just a little bit, then it would show some particles leaking. And it wouldn't necessarily mean that the unit's garbage or any less effective than if that seal wasn't there. The main thing is that the HEPA filters do what they're supposed to do, and the air that passes through the HEPA filters is coming out clean. I'm just talking about any air bypass. Like this unit here, this is a Honeywell one. This one definitely has a little bit of air bypass. This is an off-brand filter which has a little bit of a rubber gasket, which is better than the original OEM ones. They're just plastic on plastic. So you're going to have a bit of airflow leaking, but at the end of the day it does not matter, because any airflow that is missed will go into the air and probably the next pass it will get those particles. But if I do a particle counter test, it will show that the thing is leaking particles, and you might think that this is a crappy air cleaner when really it's insignificant. That's why the best tests are not done at the exhaust of an air cleaner, but setting the particle counter away from it and seeing how well it cleans the whole room. That's the best real world test, but there's a lot of variables in those tests because it depends on how dirty your air is, how much dirt's being stirred up, how much particles are being introduced. So when it does show 0, that's always a very positive thing, but it's not a be-all and end-all for the performance of that air cleaner. That's just my opinion on it. Because if I punctured a few holes in that filter on purpose, like even the size of a straw, and I did measurements, it just wouldn't make a difference. Only when you checked it up at the top it would. So where it does make a difference is in a vacuum cleaner. That's a totally different thing, because you were vacuuming up concentrated dirt from the floor and everywhere else, which will go through the bag and get released into the air if your vacuum isn't sealed. This one is sealed. It's by Miele. This is an S5. So a vacuum cleaner, it is critical. For a residential home air cleaner, having it sealed, positive thing, but not a critical thing. Okay, I hope that helps. Any questions or comments, feel free to get back to me. And another question people ask is what air cleaner would I recommend? I watch other people's videos. They show like a million different kinds. My solution to that is, like I've shown in other videos, get your own fan. And it doesn't take any great how-to experience, and you just plunk it on a round filter like I've shown in my other videos. And then you can use absolutely any manufacturer's filter that you want. And if your air cleaner breaks down, your fan goes, well, these fans won't go, these are good ones. But you never have to worry about seeking out filters. So that's what I think about air cleaners. Which brand would I recommend? None. Make your own with any inline fan like I've shown. Okay, I hope that helps, and feel free to express any other opinions and whether you believe air cleaners should be sealed or not. And if it matters. I think that it personally don't. Okay, hope that helps.